We're going to begin by getting comfortable in our seat, just noticing the space around us, noticing our relationship to the space. See if you can just take a breath or two and allow the breath to completely fill the area. And as you exhale, your next exhale, see if you can just trust the area that you're in by relaxing just a little bit more. Loosening the shoulders, relaxing the belly. Notice the way your lower body connects to the earth beneath you in the space. And for the next 20 breath cycles, continue to just advance this understanding of yourself here, moment by moment, and letting go of all the tension and stress that you possibly can, breath by breath. And if your mind wanders, gently bring it back. Bring it back to the breath and pick up where you left off. On your next inhale, notice the way that breath comes into the body. And then on the exhale, gently release it into the air, into the space. And imagine that this breath is filled up with a particular color of how you feel in this moment. And then just let it go. And if you could, maybe imagine that it fills the space with that same color. And do this a few times to just see if maybe you can connect a certain kind of array of colors to the way that your mood is, the way that you're feeling. And notice if the colors change or shift at all as you give each breath attention. But just continue to be steady with the breath. There's no right or wrong colors. There's no right or wrong way to do this. And if you don't see any colors, that's okay too. Just imagine that breath is transparent, letting it fill up the space all the same way. Next, allow the body to be hollow in a way. Kind of think about it being its light itself, open, letting the place have space to breathe. So each part of your body allowing for the breath to come without any restrictions. Imagine that it can make it to your feet. Inhaling and breathing in this breath filled with some kind of color or transparency. Noticing how the colors may shift or change as it travels through the body, all the way into the feet. And then on the exhale, releasing and following the breath back out through this unrestricted, free flowing body, all the way into the space around you. Letting any air that might be stale just leave the body as well. Imagining that the air around you just absorbs it. So there's no restrictions, no right, no wrong that you have to do here with your breath. Once it exhales, it's completely greeted with support and comfort, compassion, or anything else that you might need in that moment. Continue to do this and see if you can do this so much that the colors, if they have not changed, they begin to shift, to adapt. The shape of the breath continues to be molded in a way that is fitting for you. Allowing yourself to be hollow and accepting the breath, allowing the space to be supportive of the breath, moment by moment. And as you take in your next breath, see if you can be even more free flowing with the breath, even more unrestricted. Maybe you can concentrate a little bit on your body as a way to give it permission to let go just a little bit more. So it can make a path for the breath to flow. Maybe your emotions can gravitate towards something that allows for there to be that freedom, that pleasantness of unrestriction. Maybe your thoughts, you just allow them to be what they are without trying to stop them or force them into a box. See if you can do all of that in a way that supports you in the present moment, being completely honest and aligned with the truth of this moment, breath by breath, moment by moment. And as you sit here, notice if there are any beliefs that come up about anything for you. And do your best to stay anchored to the present moment through the breath, but just observe any beliefs that might just pop up. They can be about anything, and they can come in any form. And try not so attached to them, just notice them. That maybe you have a belief about this moment, and the way it feels in the space, the way your body feels, your mind, or your emotions feel. Notice if you have any expectations around those beliefs, or even about this practice and what it should be or shouldn't be for you. Maybe it's something of how you feel like your mind should be, or how your thoughts should be, or any judgments that you may have about your body, or the way you expect to feel at this given time. Just observe it and just know it's there. Just know that there are a certain set of expectations there. And notice how your confidence is with these beliefs and expectations in the practice. Or notice how your confidence is in the relationship to the space around you. And how you breathe, and how you meditate, and how you feel about accessing the present moment. Just gauge it for a moment and see if you can get a little understanding about that without restrictions, without judgments. See if you can invite that sense of confidence into your space and into your body, the sense of self confidence. Maybe even sit up a little bit taller in your seat. Maybe your breath flows through just a little bit more vigorously. maybe a little bit deeper. If there was a place that you felt like you couldn't access before with your breath, maybe now it actually makes it there. Your determination brings it there, your will, your intention. Notice the timing of these beliefs and expectations, and of your practice and of the world around you. All these things coming together to bring you here to the space right here in the present. And just experience that time without too much awe or judgment. Notice if you feel peaceful and patient right now, or if you're in a rush or in a hurry. What is your relationship to the time and the space? And just be curious about it if it has to be that way, if it's truth. What happens if you relax just a little bit more and embrace this moment with your awe, regardless of how you feel about this practice or your beliefs that are coming up for you, regardless if this is exceeding your expectations or not, regardless of the level of self confidence that you're feeling. What if in this moment you just give it your all and allow yourself to be here and be present, despite anything, anything else? And as you do this, notice your intentions. Just kind of sit with your intention for a moment. And if you feel as though your current intention is just something you kind of came in with without any additional thought, see what happens if you bring more thoughtfulness and mindfulness to your intention. And in this moment, set an intention in this practice, like a defined intention and goal. Notice this intention or goal that you're setting in the present moment, and feel yourself in the space. Maybe if your eyes are closed, you can just kind of get a sense of that space around you, wall to wall, seeing yourself here within it. And if your eyes are open and are fixated, just kind of notice the array of colors and objects that fill it. Notice the logistics of this space in relationship to you, the way you define yourself and beliefs, the reason that you're here, and understanding all your experiences have brought you into this space, into this place of meditation, moment by moment. See if you can truly, truly be part of the present of the space which is supporting you, which you've chosen to take part in. And see if you can allow yourself to be a little confident about yourself as you sit here. Knowing this is the timing for you. There's nothing you have to do to earn it. It's just part of you. It's part of your place here on the earth. You don't have to change it or fix it in any way. And as you bring all this together, see if you can listen actively with complete intention of understanding, listening to yourself, listening to the space around you, the degree of sound that's in it. Maybe listening with your mind's eye and your creativity, and listening with your sight, noticing your senses and the part that they play also in as you sit here, and how everything comes together. Allow yourself to honor yourself and respect yourself with that, with this part of the activity of listening. Your body, your emotions, the breath. And for the remainder of this practice, see if you can just be still listening in the present moment, just as it is, just as you are. With your intentions, with your confidence as it is. Engage it for as much understanding as you can, as much joy as you can. Maybe even placing a bit of thankfulness that this moment exists for you to do this. If you like to continue to meditate, you can do so as long as you like by leaving this session now. Otherwise, we will close class together. As you continue to breathe, feel free to let your breath connect to anything you like to take with you in this day. You might also want to just leave everything here. You don't have to necessarily make sense out of anything that came up for you. Or you may feel as though it's helped you to redefine something in your life. In any case, it's your choice. Start to wiggle the toes, wiggle the hands, open the eyes, and maybe smile with a breath of gratitude. I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day, and namaste. Thank you.